Welcome to the Royal Road School of Carmelite Prayer, where we are currently studying an extract taken from an article entitled The Prayer of the Church, written by Edith Stein, or Sister Teresa Benedicta of the Cross. We are looking at part 2, entitled Solitary Dialogue with God, as the Prayer of the Church. And today is the last entry, the conclusion of this study. So we can ask ourselves, what gave this religious Teresa of Avila, who had been living peacefully and prayerfully in a monastery cell for decades, the passionate desire to do something for the church and the keen eye for the needs and the demands of her time? It was precisely that she lived in prayer and allowed herself to be drawn ever more deeply by the Lord into the depths of her own interior castle until she reached that obscure room where he could say to her that now it was time that she consider as her own what belonged to him, and that he would take care of what was hers. Therefore, she could no longer do anything more than with zeal be zealous for the Lord, the God of hosts. These words were taken from our Holy Father Elijah, and they have become the motto of the Carmelite order. Whoever surrenders unconditionally to the Lord will be chosen by him as an instrument for building his kingdom. The Lord alone knows how much the prayer of Saint Teresa and her daughters contributed to protect Spain from dissenting from the faith, and what power it exerted in the heated battles regarding the faith in France, the Netherlands, and Germany. Official history is silent about these invisible and incalculable forces, but they are recognized by the trust of the faithful and the carefully balanced judgment of the Church after extensive investigations. And our time is more and more determined, when all else fails, to hope for ultimate salvation from these hidden forces. Amen. So this is the conclusion of part 2 of the article written by Edith Stein. And part 2 is the solitary dialogue with God as the prayer of the Church. So I hope you've enjoyed this little study, and we will continue with a new study relating to Edith Stein. So thank you for participating and following along. Amen.